Hello and welcome to Minnesota Bankers Minute. My name is Renee Lawler and I'm with Minnesota Bankers Association. And today I'm here with Marcia with Malzahn Strategic. Marcia is one of the experts in enterprise risk management, also known as ERM. Marcia, how is this pandemic affecting all these risk categories in ERM?
This pandemic of 2020 has affected all the risks. When you talk about enterprise risk management and all the risk categories, you can see how interrelated all these risks are. So we could start at the top with HR, the people side, right? So our employees at banks have been affected in the personal side and then at work. So you have to make sure that your employees are taken care of as well as your customers. Let's move on to technology. Cyber risk has increased incredibly right now. And then liquidity. You've had to do your liquidity contingency funding plan. Are you liquid enough for right now and for the year to come, for 2021? Interest rate risk. We never planned for a drop of 300 basis points. And now I'm hearing that the regulators probably won't raise interest rates for at least 2022 or maybe even 2023. So what is your strategic plan for that? Credit risk. If you go down to the credit side, right now, I believe that we're going to start seeing the credit risk increase even higher by the end of 2020 and then into 2021. So what are you doing to stress test your portfolio? Operational risk. The moment we switch to have employees working from home, your procedures, your policies may change. Compliance risk. Look at how many regulations have changed since the beginning of the pandemic. Every time a regulation changes, you have to update your policies, your procedures, your processes, etc. Strategic. I would say, what strategic objectives have changed for this year? How has the pandemic affected your strategic plan? Some of the strategic decisions that you make right now because of the pandemic will affect you through next year as well, in the years to come. Overall, if you talk about your reputation is always on the line. And then, of course, it goes down to capital and earnings. Every other risk will affect that. So even the OCC right now is saying, look at credit, liquidity, interest rate risk, regulatory and compliance risk. So look at all of that, and of course, cyber risk. So you have to look at all the risk and how they are interrelated and how the pandemic has affected each one of them.
So what should our community banks be doing in the next few months as they start thinking about their strategic planning for next year?
I would say when you talk about strategic planning, the first step I would do, now we're in July, right? So I would look at your current 2020 strategic plan. Has anything changed? Are you still able to meet all your strategic objectives? And if not, can you restate your strategic plan? Also look at your budget. Are you going to be able to meet budget? If not, I would recommend to also considering restating your budget for 2020. At the same time, in the fall, I would start meeting for 2021 strategic plan. Now, when I do strategic planning, I do it for a 3-year rolling. Now, 3 years may seem like an eternity. Even a month seems like a long time, and so much has changed or could change in a month. So in the fall, I would recommend start meeting for revamping your strategic plan, looking at the 2021, what can you think about as strategic objectives. And one of them I strongly recommend to be to enhance and complete your enterprise risk management program. This is the time to do that. Thank you.
Marcia, this has been great. I appreciate you taking the time to get us going and thinking about our ERM programs.
Thank you.